Hi guys, I hope we are well. Steph here. Awesome. So all you're going to need today is just your mat, yourself. You don't need any equipment or anything. So we are going to get started. We are doing a Pilates and stretch session this morning. So all you're going to need is yourself. There is some sort of more challenging exercises to get everything warmed up. And then some of the stretching stuff is more dynamic stretching. So we're definitely going to be quite active. In saying that, it's no jumping, no cardio kind of thing. So it should be a really nice one if you're feeling a bit stiff and sore, or maybe you're feeling a little bit flat and you just want to kind of get moving today. This would be the perfect session for you. So let's get started. We're going to come over onto your mat, please. On your back, first of all, on your back, sitting up on your bottom, I should say. So we're going to have our feet just resting on the floor, sitting on our bottom and reaching your arms forward. We're going to start by kind of rolling back, maybe halfway down, and then just curling forward again, restacking your spine and sitting up nice and straight. So round your spine, start to roll it back, and then curl forward and start to sit up straight again. Beautiful. So nice and easy, starting to warm up through your spine and through your tummy. If you're feeling really confident, you might want to roll all the way down, and then you can roll all the way back up. So I'm going to let you choose if you wanted to add that or not. Just starting to get your abs warmer. You can reach overhead as well when you roll down if you wanted to, and then curling back up again. So making sure we're breathing, that's really important. So as we curl back up is when we want to breathe out. And every time you sit up at the top, see if you can really straighten up, okay? And then roll down. So please remember, you're welcome to work in that smaller range if you need to. We're gonna go for another 15 seconds here. And then we are gonna come down onto our elbows. We're going to come down onto our elbows in 3, 2, and 1. Just place your elbows down on the ground behind you. So your fingertips are kind of pointing towards your bottom, and then lengthen your legs out nice and long. We're going to start to warm up through our hip flexors. So tucking your right knee up towards your chest, and then lengthen your right leg out again. Right knee tucks in, and then back out. Now, if you're not comfortable on your elbows like this, feel free to lie all the way down on your back. This is just a nice position to offload through your tummy. We're going to do more core work soon, but I want your hip flexors to warm up and strengthen, especially when we stretch them later. We need to make sure they're nice and warm and ready to go. We got 10 more seconds on this side, and then we're going to change it over. Beautiful, guys. 3, 2, and left leg. Tuck that knee in and then out again. Tuck the knee and out. Just make sure we're nice and active through our shoulders as well. We don't want to kind of dump all of our weight into that upper body. We really want to push up through your elbows, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. We've got another 10 seconds on this leg, and then we're going to lie all the way down on our back. For those of you that aren't there just yet, we got 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now we come all the way down onto our back. Reaching your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to do a little crunch and tuck one knee in as you crunch up, lying back down again. Then do the other knee next time. Crunching up, reaching your hand either side of your knee and laying down. So we're crunching, reaching the hand either side of the knee each time. And that knee is coming up towards your chest. If you do need to support your head with your hands, please feel free to bring your hands just behind your head there. Breathing out every time we crunch up. We're doing like that little twist across towards the knee as well. So we're getting a little bit of hip flexor, a little bit of tummy action, a little bit of both. Okay, beautiful. Let's go for a little bit longer here. Make sure we're breathing. You guys know the drill. Awesome stuff. We have another 15 seconds. And then we're gonna work on some little glute bridges. Awesome. Easy. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring our hands by our sides. Bend your knees and plant your feet flat on the ground. We're going to peel your spine up off the floor into your bridge. So lifting your bottom all the way up and then rolling back down through your spine, bottom to the floor. bottom lifts up, squeeze your bum at the top, and then roll back down again. Try and make sure your knees are pointing straight forwards over your toes. It's easy for them to kind of flop out or flop in. Easy, and if you're feeling like a progression, by all means, you can lift your arms to the ceiling. But let's think about this one being an articulation through the spine, starting to mobilize through your spine here. If articulating your spine up is not for you, you could just always lift and lower your bum without articulating. So that's an option. We're just gonna go for a short set here, 20 more seconds. Just wanna start waking up through your glutes, and then we're on our side. I promise there are stretches coming. Easy, guys. We're holding up in 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold your hips up. Can you pulse your hips in the top range? Lower an inch and lift. Lower an inch and lift. Good. Try and really squeeze your bottom every time we lift. 10 seconds. Last little bit here. Then you're going to come onto your right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll your spine back down. Amazing. Let's roll on your right side, okay? So on your right side, prop up on your right elbow for me and just have your knees bent here. So my knees are slightly in front of the hips. I'm just gonna bring my top hand on my hip. All we're gonna do is our clam first. So I'd like you to lift your feet up off the floor, open your top knee, and then close it back down again. So open that top knee and close. Now you might have to play around with the angle a little bit here. Some people find they need their knees more in front of them as they open and close. Other people find they need their knees a little bit more back. It does depend a little bit on how weak or tight you are in different areas. Let's see if we can feel your bum switching on. You could also do this with your bottom leg dropped. So that is an alternative. I just feel it more with my feet up like this. Good. And of course you can come down and rest your head on the floor if you prefer as well. Let's go for another 20 seconds here, and then we're going to change it up a little bit, okay? So we're just waking up our glutes, getting everything nice and ready. Awesome. We've got another 8 seconds to go, and then we're going to start to lift our hips up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So lower your feet down. I'm losing my words. You're going to lift your hips and lower your hips, okay? So lift your hips, bum comes up and down. And let's just wave that top arm as we do it. So you go hips up, arm lifts up, hips down. You're going to start to get a little bit of this side body, your waist working. And if you're feeling confident here, all I want you to do to add is open your top knee and then lower. So you go hips up, open the top knee and lower. I'm pushing my bottom knee down into the floor, okay? Remember, you've got your other version where it's just the hips if you need to. When you do that bottom knee pushing down, you're gonna feel your bum on the right side waking up as well. Good. We're going for another 20 seconds on this one. A lot of work through this shoulder holding us up as well. So that's okay if you're feeling your shoulder working. Easy. You've got another 8 seconds and then we're slightly changing our position. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to straighten your right leg out. Put your left foot just behind you. And can we come onto our right hand? So I've got my left leg bent now. Lift our hips up and open your top arm up and then sitting back down again. So we lift the hips, reach that top arm overhead, and then sit back down, okay? I'm really driving my left foot into the floor, and then if you're feeling really bendy, you could kind of arch your back into something a little bit more flexible if you wanted to, but just do what you can, okay? Lift and lower. We're going for another 20 seconds. Very pretty. And our right arm's really getting quite tired. We're almost done on this arm. Let's go for another 10. And then we're coming into a 4-point kneel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Maybe hold it and then come back down. Okay, let's turn onto our 4-point kneel. And we're just gonna come into our thread the needle. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I'm gonna reach my right arm under and then head to the floor, just so I remember which side I'm doing. And then reach that arm up to the ceiling again. We're staying on this side. Arm comes underneath your body, head towards the floor. And then reach that arm up to the ceiling. Think about opening through the chest. And then again, and we just work at your own pace here, whatever feels good for you.
And now we're just going to change sides.
Left arm up to the sky, open your chest. And then again, left arm goes under, or head towards the floor, and then left arm goes up. Nice and smooth. You might even notice one side is a bit tighter than the other. This is my tighter side. It's feeling really stiff through that upper back. We've just got a couple more on this one, and then we'll get onto our left side to do your legs. Awesome. Oh. Please feel free to hold a position if that feels good for you. Last 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's come over onto our left side. So we started off on our clams. I'm on my left elbow now, and then our legs are bent. Feet together, make sure we're strong in this left shoulder. Lift your feet up off the floor and start to open that right knee up and then close it down again. So right knee opens and closes. Right knee open and close. Good. See if you can keep your feet elevated. But of course, if you need to modify, you can always drop those feet down and the bottom leg down. And remember, we spoke about the different angles of your legs. So if you need to change your legs in front a little bit or behind a little bit, that's totally fine. Good. Just see if we can really lift up out of our waist, out of our rib cage. Nice and strong in the shoulder, relaxing our neck. Good. Sometimes as well, I find people who struggle with their neck, if you look down towards your floor, or towards your floor, the floor arm, that can often help relieve a bit of pressure on your neck as well. So that might be a little nice tip you like. So for me, this side's feeling a lot more fatigued because we've already done a lot on both legs, and I haven't done a lot of glute stuff lately, so it's feeling really hard. We're going to go for another 15 seconds, and then we have our hip lift. Excellent. Nice. Almost there. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet down. Keep your knees down. We're going to lift your hips up and drop, okay? Feel free to lift the arm as you lift your hips and then lower your arm. Maybe you have to adjust your legs and your hip position. That's totally fine. So I kind of just moved mine slightly back, but you just do what feels good for you. Think about really lifting up this waist through your side body, and we're still strong in the shoulder. And if you're feeling confident, can we open the top knee as you lift your hips? So we go hips up, top knee opens, and back down. And we're pushing that bottom knee into the floor. That's going to help you get that glute activation as well through your left side. So see what you can do. You've always got those other options if you needed. Excellent. Good. Let's keep it moving if we can. We're going to change our setup very shortly. We've got 20 seconds left here. Awesome. You guys are doing so good. Thank you for joining me. It's always nice when there's other people doing it with me and I'm not just doing it by myself. You've got another 5 to go, and then we'll change it up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we come up onto our left hand. We straighten our left leg and we put our right foot just behind us. So our right knee is bent. We're going to lift our hips up and then reach that top arm over and then sit back down again. Really strong in that left shoulder. Lift the hips and then come back down. You can also do this on your elbow. It's probably just as challenging in the shoulder, but it's a lot nicer on your wrist. So you can definitely do that if you need. When you lift up, maybe you're feeling bendy and you want to arch your back a lot. See how you go. Good. Nice and pretty. Make those nice shapes. Feeling good. We'll do a few more here, and then we hold it up to kind of finish that set. And then we're going to get into a little bit of kind of stretching stuff. This is sort of stretching in my mind as well. Good, guys. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold that last one. And then come back down. Amazing job. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit more kind of like stretchy stuff now. Maybe you need to roll your shoulders. Maybe you need to have a little drink break. Up to you. But we're going to meet on facing down to the mat now. Okay, we're going to get into some planks and pikes, like downwards dogs, those kinds of things. So let's get ready for that. I'm going to have my hands set up underneath my shoulders and then step my feet back into a plank, okay? From here, we're just going to lift our hips and drop our head between the shoulders, looking at the knees, and then just transition back into your plank again. And we'll keep doing that a couple of times. So your shoulders might be feeling a little tired by now. Just bear with me. We're going to come off them soon. On your next time you lift your hips up in your downwards dog, see if you can hold and then maybe pedal your legs out a couple of times. Okay, so we're bending one knee, pedaling through those legs, getting that little bit of an extra calf stretch. Excellent. So we'll hold this one here, keep pedaling just for another few seconds. And then we're going to take one of our legs away. So the right leg's going to come away first. Well, I'll do my right leg. Hopefully if you're following along and you're good at right and left, you'll do right leg too. Last one there. Let's go right leg up to the ceiling. And then we're going to tuck our right knee all the way forward as we come into our plank and step the right foot up near our hands. Okay, just do the best you can with that one. So my back leg is straight, my right leg is bent in front. Can you reach your right arm up to the sky and open up through your chest? Very nice. Open up there. Now let's bring your right hand back down to the floor. Frame your foot. Think about straightening your front leg into this kind of triangle shape or pyramid shape. And then we're going to come back into that bent leg one again. Okay. So bend your front right knee. Lift your right arm up. And then we do that again. Bring your right hand down. Straighten your front right leg. Ugh, can't speak. We've got one more of those, okay? Bend your front knee into that lunge. Right arm comes up. Right hand comes down and straighten your front leg, or as best as you can. Very pretty. And last one, bend your front knee. This time place your back leg down on the ground and uncurl your toes. We're bringing our hands up towards the sky, okay? And then breathing in. As you breathe out, I want you to sink a bit lower and bend your elbows to squeeze down. We're going to breathe in, reach up, release. Breathe out, bend your elbows, sink lower into your low lunge here. Breathe in, reaching up. And then breathe out and pull your elbows down. Excellent. Let's bring our hands down to frame that front foot. Bring your toes back onto the mat. And we're going to step back into our plank or downwards dog, and we do that on the other side. So now we're going left leg up to the sky. You're going to tuck your left knee all the way forward as we step it, left foot down, up near your hands. You can always wriggle it if you need to. So keep your right hand down on the ground. We go left arm up, twisting, open through that chest. Then bring your left hand down, frame your front foot, try and straighten that front leg. This is our first one. Come back to bend your front left knee. Bring your left hand up to the sky. And then we bring our left hand back down. Frame that front left leg. Straighten your front leg. We got one more of those. Bend your front knee. Bring your left arm up. Nice twist in the body. Bring that left arm down. And then straighten your front leg. Good. Or attempt to straighten, I should say. We're going to bend our front knee again, and this time drop your back knee down, uncurl your toes, lift your arms up, reaching up to the sky, breathing in as we reach up, and then breathing out as you sink down and bend your elbows, pulling down through your elbows. Breathe in, reach to the sky, release your stretch. Breathe out and sink nice and low, bend your elbows. Good. Breathe in, reaching up. And breathe out, sinking down. Nice stretch through our hip. Good. And then let's release. Bring your hands down onto the ground. Bring your toes back on and step back. Coming into your downwards dog there, or your pike position, whatever you want to call it. Now let's come back to our right leg. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling, okay? Now this time we tuck your right knee forward and we're going to fold your right leg underneath your body into your pigeon stretch. So now we've got our right leg just bent in front of us and we're in our pigeon. So some of you might have your hands further away or closer. It's up to you. Let's just hold it here. If you're very bendy, you could always pick up your back leg, but if that's not for you, you don't have to. And we're just going to hold this one for another 15. If you want to lie down, you could do that as well. Whatever works for you. This is nice. Stretch out those glutes. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to curl our back toes onto the mat again. Lift your hips and then step your right foot back. We're going hips up, left leg comes up, and then tuck your left knee forward and underneath you into your pigeon. So we're in that nice glute stretch. Remember your options. You could lie down, you could reach forward or bring your hands in. You can grab your back foot, whatever works for you. Okay. And we're just going to take a few nice deep breaths here. Lovely. Awesome stuff, guys. Last 5 seconds on this one. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to bring our left foot back again. So remember, lift your hips up and then step that left foot back. And we're going to lower onto our tummy. You can go knees down if you need to. Lower onto your tummy. Bring your hands kind of either side of your head. And I just want you to lift your chest up, but not too high. See if you can isolate this extension into your upper back. Good. And then come down again. And then let's go again. Pushing up. Think about isolating it into your upper back rather than your lower back. And then come down. Now, if you want to stay on the small extension, you can. But if you want a big extension, feel free to lift all the way up. So then your lower back's getting more of the extension and less of your upper back. And then come down. We've got one more of those, either the small or the big extension, whatever works for you. Depends how flexible you're feeling. Remember, shoulders down from ears. Good. And then folding back down again. Now I'm going to get you to open your arms out nice and wide like a T shape here, okay? So arms out in line with your shoulders. You're going to slide your right hand into your shoulder. Then pick up your right foot and roll your right leg behind you. So we're opening up through our hip. So my right leg, all I did was right foot up, roll the hips behind, and then right foot steps behind my left leg. And I'm getting a stretch in my left shoulder and also my back and my hip as well. Everything kind of opens up there. Just keep your head nice and close to the floor. If you're a bit confused, you can definitely just modify it to however works for you, because, you know, it's hard for it through a screen sometimes and following all the instructions and stuff. Good. Last 5 seconds and then we'll go to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Rolling back into the center. So now we reach the right arm out nice and wide. Bring your left hand in near your shoulder. Pick up your left foot. Roll the hips back and put your left foot down behind your other leg. And so then we're in that scorpion or twisted cross, whatever you call it. I've heard it called many things. Good. And just kind of hold it there. You can change the angle of your right arm if you needed to as well. Last little bit, 10 seconds on this one. We're nearly there. We're going to be sitting up cross-legged after this one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into the center. Beautiful. And then let's come up. So sitting up to finish up, guys. We're going to sit cross-legged here. We're almost done, I promise. I'm feeling nice and bendy now. So cross-legged or however you feel comfortable. All we're going to do, guys, is reach your arms out nice and wide. So really simple. Bring your right hand down and then reach your left arm overhead. So that's your mermaid. And then we just go the other way. Come back to the arms out wide, bring your left hand down, and then right arm overhead. So this is more of your traditional mermaid. Technically, mermaid is the arms, but we often describe it as the legs. So sitting cross-legged is definitely a little bit easier to do. And we're just going side to side. Think about stretching through your waist, okay? And as you bring your hand down, push that hand down into the floor and lift out of your side. And you'll feel the difference when you push down and then lift out. Feels very different rather than just kind of dumping, okay? So have a play with that movement. Good. And then last one here. Now let's bring your hands in front of you, kind of like you're a genie, going to grant me a wish. And then I'm just kind of resting my hand on my elbows. Turn your upper body across to one side, and then I'm going to get you to turn the other side. So working on our spine mobility, turning across to one side and then over to the other side. Now, this is very much just thoracic rotation, which is that mid and upper back. We can't really get as much through the lower back because our hips are nice and still on the ground. So you might struggle, like I struggle on this one. If you want a little bit more, place your hands down and turn, okay? And then go the other side. Place your hands down and turn. And just looking over the shoulder and then go the other side. If you're happy with just those hands interlaced in front like a genie, that's okay. But if you want that extra twist, then just bring your hands and push against your knee there, and that should help. Good. Last 10 seconds, guys. And then we are all done today. 3, 2, and 1. Yay, we did it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little Pilates and stretch session. Some of it might have been a little bit challenging. Some of it might have felt really nice. So maybe comment below and let me know what you thought of it. Our bodies really like movement. It doesn't matter what kind of movement, just try and keep moving. Okay, stay positive and we'll see you soon. Bye.